So welcome, good morning. On today's wildcard, we're going to be taking a first look at Port Royale 4. I had this game in the beta, I fired it up, I did the tutorials, and then I put it back down going, I'm not going to look at this until it's time for release. Well, it is just about time for release, so now I've got the press copy for it, which seems to have considerably fewer beta placeholders. Goody goody. Now this is another one out from Gaming Minds and Calypso, and most notoriously they made Patrician 4, which I beat. It's not a game you can beat, but I beat it, and I had a lot of fun with it. Port Royale 4 doesn't have that same European connection that really calls out to me, but it still has trading, it still has economy, it still has money. So here's hoping that it's still doing it for me. A lot of options for us. I'm going to skip the campaign, even though I've probably forgotten everything about it. I've already done it, and I don't want to do it again because you've got... Wait, I clicked campaign there, didn't I? I was meant to click tutorials. So you got this guy, he's a bit smarmy, and he'll talk you through all of that. Well, let's see. I can't remember how battles work, but that's probably not important. Let's just go straight to the campaign. He says that I'm still a landlubber. Well, that's not a problem. Most of the trading is done on land after all. Okay, you can't actually play as England, Netherlands, or France because you need to complete Spain's campaign. Bit of a bummer. I don't like it when things get locked behind progress like that. But hey ho. The Caribbean Sea around 1570. Spain is already spread out to a large extent. Towns are small. Okay, so we need to supply Spanish towns. Spain controls the lion's share of the area. In fact, I think they have more than England, France, and Netherlands combined. Yeah, but I mean, they got the good stuff. They got Florida. They got Jamaica. Right, let's do it. You get the option of 4 characters: Adventurer, Merchant, Buccaneer, or Piratess. And naturally, I'll be going for Merchant here. Nifty, courageous, thirsty for adventures. There's no deal she misses out on, no matter whether friend or foe. Don't require a trade license, so I think I can go to anywhere to trade my goods. Can trade with all nations, even at war. That sounds right up my alley. On you go there, Rita. What the heck was Rita's last name? Oh man, if I get to do last names, I've got to check this out. Can't believe I've forgotten it though. Rita Resident Evil. Let's just break the flow for anybody. Phillips. How could I forget that it's Rita Phillips? And that's with 2 L's, of course. Phillips, like the like what you play Zelda on. Okay, right. Let's go, Rita. Rita's a character from Resident Evil that's not really shown much, but I like the name, so I go with it. She's also really annoying. Oh, entry time.
By the end of the 16th century, the empire of the Spanish crown was so large that the sun never set on it. From all over the world, riches flowed into the motherland, especially to Madrid, the place of the royal court, the mecca of flatterers, schemers, and officials. Anyone blessed with title or wealth found a safe and comfortable life here. For those who were not blessed with this, there is above all a way out: the Spanish Caribbean colonies, from which the wealth of South and Central America is shipped across the Atlantic. The poor people were allowed to leave willingly, because life was hard and labor was scarce in the colonies. The settlers are driven by the hope for a better life, without poverty, but in freedom, and perhaps even prosperity. But even the great rulers of Europe look eager to the Spanish colonies. Their fabulous riches promise something no monarch can resist: power. So it is only a matter of time before Spain's supremacy is openly challenged.
Greetings in the name of God and as representative of the Holy Crown of Spain. Heaven sends you, for the area to be colonized is vast, And the development is a true test of our humility and devotion before God. And our intelligence, of course. Due to the large expansion of our colony, the supply situation is not equally good everywhere. Some towns find it difficult to secure their demand because of the distances to production sites, but also because of the lack of necessary production, labor, and building materials. Your first task will be to ensure the supply of basic commodities for daily needs in your home region. Details can be found on your task list. May the blessing of God rest upon you. It is the express wish of the Holy Crown to improve life in the towns of your region. Only then will we gradually devote ourselves to other problems until a uniform quality of life and growth is achieved in large parts.
Alright, time for economy, just in case there's people skipping forward to this part. This is a first look, this is a blind look into Port Royale 4, so I'm going to be exploring the game probably about as much as you are here, if not more so. I'm getting by on my cunning and guile, and my monstrous amount of time sunk into the predecessor Patrician 4. I didn't actually like Port Royale 3 for what it's worth. There was too much chopping and changing between the city level and the... what would you even call this level? I guess the national level? I granted there was that in Patrician 4, but it was instant. In this, one of the big revolutions they've done is that it's seamless. You go right into the cities from the map view, and it's all done in a hex-based system. I know that can be a bit of a trigger word for me, but I'm not going to worry about it just now. And then right the way out, and yeah, you can go between them. That's pretty neat. That might be pretty useful for getting my bearings, because jumping from one city to the other can get a bit mind-boggling when playing these kinds of games. It is really nice. Unfortunately, this is the limit that you can scroll out, so it's not like you can see tons of places at any one time. I will no doubt lose my bearings, because again, I'm not as familiar with the Americas as I am Mother Europa. There's no Novgorod here, there's no Visby. Instead, there's Evangelista, Nuevo Filipina, and Seville? That's no Seville I know. In any case, I'm going away on tangents here. Let's get a look at the menu here. We got our flag up at the top left, flag of Spain. It's January the 2nd, 1572. Where's all the snow? Let's see. We can set speed, pause, half, 1, 3x. It can be zoom dependent. That means if we have it on 3 speed, it goes quickly, but if we zoom into a city, it slows down considerably. And yep, works for all speeds. Brilliant. Keep it paused now whilst I'm checking out everything though. Highlight towns, shipyards, warehouses, fruit. Oh! So let's say I really need to know where I can grab some ceramics. Havana deals in ceramics. Ah, it's also on the map there as well. So valid. Oh man, I hope I can rename towns. This is going to be a struggle for me. Maybe less so for our natives in the chat today. All right, that's pretty useful because in Patrician 4 you just had to remember where everything was. Wasn't always easy, but those Danes produced the ham. Tips and tricks. Whoa. Well, this is nice because Patrician 4 was not forthcoming for its information, but who needs these? And game menu, you can get that by slamming escape. What else do we have? Convoy and town list. I have 3 convoys, Seville 3, 2, and 1. They've all got 500, 80, 260 sailors. Ah, it's number of vessels in them. What vessels do you have? You got a bark and another bark, no bite. A fleet, and a couple of brigs. I'm sure they all have their different stats and things. As for vessels, here are your vessels, which are currently assigned to convoys. Oh man, I can't wait to set those up. Nobody's on tour. I don't own any towns. I'm not sure I can. I wonder if you can establish them like you could before. We don't know anything about the English, or the French, or the disgusting Dutch. But we know all about the Spaniards. And here's my advisor. There are no inconsistencies at the moment. In case your advisor has any issues, you'll... Okay, good. Be nice to get alerted when things are going wrong, and they likely will. We have a journal. What's happening here? Let the region around your hometown, Seville, flourish. So our immediate objective is, as they were saying, to increase prosperity. Have a trading license in 5 towns. Now that was auto-completed because I am a merchant. I can trade anywhere I want. Deliver 1,000 commodities from producing towns to other towns. Currently out of 1,000. Smaller a town is, more important basic commodities like grain and wood are. The satisfaction of your hometown Seville must be at 90%, so I've got to deliver good commodities there. I don't have a treasure map, so I see that survived from Patrician 4. I'm going to compare everything to Patrician 4. That might seem unfair, but it's how I'm going to do it, because it's what I played it so much of. Statues. Find all the statues to gain additional fame. Fame is a thing in the game. What it does, I don't know. Tactics likely used in battle. The battles are actually turn-based in this one. We'll see how that is. I mean, I had mastered the art of battle in Patrician 4, which means I pretty much modded it out. Let's hope it doesn't have to come to that for this game. Captains, no captains. Ordinary seamen will man my convoy. Upgrade special convoys, captain's license. Okay, I'm too used to the tooltips from CK3 already here. So here's Rita Phillips from Seville. Initial funds too. God, she's rich. I just cut my losses there. Spain aims for its fastest possible expansion within new colonies. Overall information, balance sheets. I wonder if we can break those by getting 2 billion gold. And not a lot of wealth to speak of. Wealth counts our ships, no doubt, so it's looking pretty good. And then there's
Welcome
the vice.
in the name of the king.
Yeah, nice to meet you. We behave neutral at this moment, as well as France, England, and Netherlands are currently allied. Oh, are they saying that they are allied and we're neutral? From what I've heard, you could increase your cargo capacity further. Okay then. For the moment, I have no special task for you. It's unusually quiet. Alright, here's fame. Fame builds up. How we can use fame, I don't know. I think the tutorial told me that, but I did that months ago, so it's already forgotten. Here are the different rulers then. Well, viceroys at least. Well, I think we got a better deal here, frankly. No known pirates and concessions. Ah, right. So I guess we use our fame on these. Progression in my trading game here. So we would need the concessions in order to produce things like puff pastries or woven fabrics. Or that guy looks happy to be here. Opportunities for participation. All right. Good. If there's one thing Patrician 4 felt like it lacked, it was meaningful progression. Progression in Patrician 4 just meant here are more pirates. Fame points, cash, number of free convoys. Right, we can scroll through the convoys. Good, I'll be putting those to work pretty swiftly. Trade routes, we don't have any right now. We will. And construction menu. Do I actually have... I'm actually allowed to construct. It looks like I can. But perhaps we should stop and think, do we actually want to? Now, the way you construct in this game, there are push and pull factors as to why you would want to build anything. Notably, is there a pub and a church nearby for building up residential areas? It doesn't cost the world, so I think I'll just smack down a little residential area, just so I can build something. This is a first look, this is not a campaign that we're going to be carrying over, heavens no. I just want to get to know the game for the extended 160 episode version of Port Royale 4. We'll be coming back at a later date. Okay, I think I've covered just about everything on the initial UI here. There's our map, of course. We can click to go straight to any of these places. I wonder, can I actually rename these? I'm not seeing any option for it. Damn, I'm going to actually have to learn something. Too old for learning. We can also orientate the camera as we see fit. I don't think we can tilt it. We can reorientate ourselves towards north there. Jake, the map is blocked by chat. That's a good point. I wonder if chat's still better there. I mean, y'all know the map, right? Or would chat be better off down here? Because convoy stuff shows... I don't know. We'll move around it as we see fit. Man, already surpassing EU4, says Kaiser. We all know the map. Don't we just? I'm super unfamiliar. Well, maybe with the layout, yes, but the names of places? Oh god, no. Right, well, we might as well get to it. We got trading to do. As ever, we can do things manually, or we can do things not manually. As a seasoned veteran of Patrician 4, I'd like to think I can get straight to the automation here. I want to know about the stats on my barks because here we go. Draft. Draft, I believe, is how deep water they can handle. So I'm not going to worry about that. Probably just means to take more damage. Let's set up some trade routes. I'll make 2 trade routes that are automatic and 1 that is manual. All of these things have the same capacity, don't they? Yes, yes you do. I think I'll take the single flute for myself. Yeah, I'll take the single flute for myself. That's Seville 3. And we want to get attached to this one, don't we? So we're going to rename you Florida Man. The others, oh, achievement unlocked, christening. We're getting there. We gotta platinum this one. Right, let's get to it. Trade routes. We create a new one. This trade route is not valid yet. I know I haven't made it. Let's make it. Now we're meant to increase Seville's everything, so we're going to go from Seville all around the place. Now this is something that really quite appeals to me over Patrician 4, making this looks and feels a whole lot friendlier than it ever did in Patrician 4. Now, not only do you set it up and you see the way the ship is going to go, but you can actually modify these lines. So it's going straight through this deep and god-awful area here, where no life can possibly exist. So I'm actually going to drag this along, so we still keep going with the wind flow, but we avoid the pretty horrible area there. So you can make all these little waypoints, and then down you go to Havana, back through, and then back to Sevilla. Looks good to me. Let's not accidentally hit reset. I confirm that. It's going to take a month to complete, but Sevilla remains on the route, so that's A-OK. Sevilla, Sisal. Sounds good. So, create that route. Where do I assign that route? There we go. It's been assigned. It's been enabled. And now Seville 2 is going to be doing that. I'll just leave it with Seville 2. Seville 1, on the other hand, I wish to make you a route. Create new route. Edit route. And again, everything should be circling back to Seville, because that's the one that we really need to get good, so to speak. So Seville can go down to these places. I might keep it short and sweet like that, because going further down is going to add almost double the time on this. So let's nay have you. How do I delete them? Cool little bucket icon there. Alright. We do it just like that, and then we go round and round, and hopefully the meat of everything goes back to Sevilla. Now, what I'd like to know, active goods, standard, all off. Hold on, am I enabling this or not? Buy. Okay, right. I need to actually set it to buy and sell there. I missed that on the other one. I just took it for granted that it would be automatic. I don't want to have to do that for everything I do. Anyway, let's confirm that. Let's go back to this other route, edit the route, and make sure that they're actually buying and selling everywhere. Now you can super micro these, and I strongly believe in doing that if and only if you've established your own warehouses in these places. Again, I'm going by my Patrician 4 knowledge, which might be outdated by now. Patrician 4 is a vintage game compared to this. Let's see, quantity 123, price automatic, automatically by demand. Yeah, if it's anything like P4, they have good automatic trading settings for me. Have Port Royale games ever had hurricanes? I don't know. Oddly enough, the Patrician 4 one had hurricanes. Let's see, center convoys, autosave hints, I was wondering if there'd be one for automatically have your tradings go to automatic trading. Animations, normal, pause and dialogue, only trading hints, autosave, center convoys game. Ah, fair enough. Away we go then, and off they trot, I suppose. Ah, you don't actually have it assigned to you. So we select you, we say assign route, and there we go. Route active. Okay, don't know when you're actually going to start it. Off they go. Very good. Let's take Florida Man and go to the titular Florida. Oh, well, no, I don't know about these places. Actually, I straight up don't know about them. I wonder if I just sail over to them, can I learn about the Dutch and the English and that? In any case, Florida Man is on the prowl. Probably going against the grain there, but so be it. Good morning, says Amaralon. Hope you're doing well. This game looks like a lot of fun. Fun indeed. Looks like a lot of time that could be sank quite easily. So I built this residential area. Clicking on it just shows me the general information about Seville. I think that means it's... here we go. Commissioned by us, but it's missing materials. They need metallurgy and logs to get it done. Meanwhile, Florida Man takes to the open seas, immediately hurting its stability going over here. Come on, our draft should be fine. Actually, I don't know if more draft means you go over the darker areas or not, but I'm sure the game can suss that out for us. Immediately, my cash has gone way down, but I'm not worried about that, because surely the reason is that... Alright, I have to go into trade routes to select my ships, do I? Because this only goes for free convoys. Right, how do I select my not free convoys then? Aha, there we go. So, the reason my money went down is that we bought all these commodities. Furniture, metalware, clothing, fruits, grain, tobacco, sugar, beer and corn. Not surprising. Can I center on you somehow? I would like to center on you, but where are you? I mean, I know you're here, but I don't know how to center on you. Not that that's really needed, but not to say it's not wanted. So off you trot. You've got all those goods. You'll be sure to sell them as and when need be. And then if we go to this one, we can select this convoy that's en route. And they too have bought up loads of things: cloth, bricks, cotton. That's good, because if they're buying it, that must mean there was a surplus in where you just were. If you just did that in... Wait, are you going to Belize City? Are you actively trading in Belize City? Currently trading, currently full of stuff, so hopefully there's stuff for you to sell there. Maybe, maybe not. In any case, Florida Man, how are you doing? Almost there at Evangelista. Okay, Trinidad, Havana, there we go, names that are familiar to me. I personally think this game is a fantastic stream idea, Jake. Patty 4 with the Bermuda Triangle to make it last even longer. What could possibly go wrong? All my time could disappear into a big trading pit. Okay, so we've managed to make it here, and we can do all the trading we want. Again, you know, this is a manual process. Normally I let the automations do it for me. Automation, I haven't said that in a while. I was watching one of my old Frostpunk things where I was saying automation. Good times. Now, if somebody has 2 blocks on something, that usually means you could, would, and should be buying it. So I'll buy 45 units of, what was that, rope. And they've got tobacco as well. Lots of tobacco. Now, the price remains the same until you start really hurting their supply, because they will charge you a lot more for the last of their goods. I mean, they're happy to sell stuff until they're out of it. So let's just rob them. Oh, they got cocoa as well. I wouldn't mind some of that. Just buy 160 units of that. I'm just throwing all my money away, but don't you? Oh, pastries. Pastries, I think, are a super luxury good here. Look at that price for them. It's crazy. They must really want some Chelsea buns from back home. Oh, I could buy some sailors. I actually don't know what good sailors are right now. At all. Maybe if I replayed the tutorial, I could make note of that. Now, what I can do is go to other places that don't have cocoa and all these other goods. Right, there's plenty of tobacco back at Seville. So it's not worth really selling it there. But Seville probably doesn't have tons of rope, and certainly not the pastries, so I could just bring it back. Whilst I've already sent off my automated guys, I want to show off the basics of trading here, because even though automated things are simple to set up, they can be as complex as you want, and I think a lot of people find that intimidating. Whereas really, they are the way to make loads of money united. Now, it might be rich for me to say that since I spent 90% of my cash, but trust me, that cash has been turned into assets. Assets that will be brought back and sold to good old Sevilla. We can see what they produce, although production is restricted, probably because they don't have cloth. Oh, that's some nice looking pictures of cigars there. You can see all the goods they had. Okay, so actually back home they demand hemp, ropes, rum, meat, metal and coal. Export and craft, quality goods. Yeah, don't you worry, we're coming to help you. Actually, you seem to have a fair few pastries. Maybe you don't need as many as I've got, but I'm not worried about that. Florida man is on his way. This is going to be the best ship to raid, says Kaiser. Well, there are no known pirates, so if it's anything like P4, then you gotta wait a while before the pirates start appearing. Once we get some reasonable dosh, I want to see how I can commission more ships. Well, actually, I can buy them straight up. You're a nippy little bugger. Height of deck and draft. Pure merchant vessel. Does not have any cannons, will not take part in any battles. Bark as well. The bark is faster, slightly less maneuverable. More health, more crew, more cost, more everything. But you know what, it's good to get trade going as soon as possible, so I'm actually going to buy, you know what the hell, I'll take both of them. The sooner you buy and invest in more ships, the sooner you're going to make loads more money. So, where are those ships? Did they become part of you? No, they didn't. Where are they? Hopefully they didn't become part of Seville 1. No. Where did my ships go? If I recall, you gotta go here. Here we go. Vessels in harbour, bark and sloop. I will create a new... I'll maybe even make 2 new trading forces with them just to start generating more dosh. Florida man's back in action. And how do they do the trading? Here we go. Here we go. Right, so my convoy has all this rope. Seville wants rope. Now, does it say how much I bought this for? Because I'd love to know the profit. Oh, I think I just accidentally bought everything they had, didn't I? Price and average. Yeah, I think average shows the amount that I bought it for. But price is how much they're willing to buy it for. In any case, profit, probably. They don't need tobacco. In fact, I could buy tobacco at a decent amount. There we go. There's the average price that I bought it for. 86. And then there's the cocoa. So if I sell it, oh, okay, I'm selling it at, I'm selling way too much of it because they're going way up. They'll pay 216 for these early ones, which is great because I paid 129 for them. But the moment I start filling up their demand, the price they buy them for goes way down, and then they'll start giving me less than what I paid for it. So I should definitely bring my cocoa beans somewhere, but not beyond the initials that I sell there. And then the pastries, oh, they love the pastries. But again, should never sell it for more than I paid for it. Buy low, sell high, right? There. But we got plenty of goods to send off elsewhere. Let's just bring our cocoa around here. Do this manually with Florida Man, whilst we have the other ones going automatic. For example, this bark. This bark, which is now Seville 3, a new convoy, gets a new route. What's the route going to be? I don't really know. Let's make you a new one. Create new route, edit the route. I like that it can be done here, no separate menu for that. Look at this, this looks like a nice wee round bit to go, well, round and round with. So Porto Cabellas, Bluefields, Cajuita, Portobello, Nicochli. I hope to God there are no Spaniards here. I mean, that's a general rule, but they'd be having an aneurysm right about now. Let's follow this. It's not just the time at sea I have to be worried about. It does show that and it does update it. But it's also not taking too much damage from these ghastly strong winds. Because then I'll have to stop for repairs more often. Did I not add you in? I think I missed you somehow. There we go, Bluefields. That actually killed this a bit, so... round you go. Much better. So we confirmed that once we tell you to do the trading. And again, sets us up. It produces corn, so we will of course buy corn automatically by demand. What does this do? Ah, right, this is depending on how much you buy. And you can set maximum. Automatic is good. The game knows what you should be buying and selling at, so I don't need to tinker with that. Until, of course, we set up our own warehouses and stuff, because then you want absolute control on what goes where and how much. And I do love the fact that even Patrician 4, not even Patrician 4, that's the one I played, it gave you all the powers you needed to change those. You throw things into your warehouses, and then you buy and sell them at the rates that you need. In any case, that looks good. I shall assign the route. And Seville 3 is on its way. However, we have one more, and here's the problem. This looks a lot like this to me. I'm going to get them mixed up all the time. We still have one more. Again, I'm going early on buying loads of convoys and such, because I firmly believe that is the way forward. Where's Seville 4? There you are. You're a wee nippy one, so let's make you a new route. I thought I just said create new route. Oh right, I did. I just didn't click edit route. Right, we're getting there. Now there's a bunch of places here. This one's a wee nippy one, so I want to keep it close to the coastline. I'm not super familiar with all the goods and the chains of supply in this one, so I'm not going to immediately know what the best routes are, unlike Patrician, or I knew them like the back of my hand. Could we do all of this? I don't see a reason why we shouldn't do all of this. Oh, there's a crown up there in Marsabella. Yeah. Don't know why, though. Yep, looks good enough to me, as long as you auto-trade. I find it strange that this isn't automatically on. What, they expect you to set up trade routes that are just off? I'm surprised it's not standardized to be, well, standard. In any case, confirm that and assign the route, and off they go. Now, I was actually reading that some people don't like the fact that you can automatically do that. They want to have everything pinpoint precision themselves from the get-go. Probably the Germans, almost definitely the Germans, but, in spite of my name, I am not German, and I just want to make loads of money. So I'll take what I got. That cash of mine is going to go way down before I know it, but I got all this cocoa to sell off, so on you go, Florida man. If you can name a captain or another ship, perhaps William, since this is just water trucking. I'm not sure if we can rename captains, because I don't have a captain, nor do I have the ability to get one, since I don't have captain's license. But we can certainly name people, name our ships here. William, you're currently repairing up, so we'll call you Will.I.Am. Hopefully you don't get choked out by your Angu McBain. Now. When I set things up big time, I give very asinine names. Actually, it's good to know just how long these names can be. Where's one of our other ships? Shipment only gives me 3 convoys. I actually want to find... Right, take Seville 2. How... I know you're there, right? I can just click on the map and find you, but I want to have a quick way to just click you and find you. Oh well, perhaps not. How long can we make these names? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 24 characters long. So what I would generally do is something like Sevilla to Havana Hemp 01, and then give it some name. But we don't have a lot of space left for names. But we don't have to worry about that right now. Jake, are the world maps randomly generated, says Tarkin, who's a big fan of the random generation. Yeah, they are. And by some freak coincidence, we got a very accurate map of Central America here. It's pretty amazing. I am being incredibly facetious. It's not randomly generated. Oh, but maybe what you mean is the goods, the resources displacement. Not on the campaign, on free play, maybe. I don't know. And I won't claim to know. Right. Why do I feel like it's not immediately apparent which goods I actually have? Sadly, a lot of these places have more cocoa than I want them to have. So there's not a lot for me to sell here, although I will happily sell a wee touch of pastries. Pastries are like what were they now? There were luxury goods in Patrician 4, and those were spices, and to a lesser degree wine. Although wine you could produce, spices you could not. And those made the big money. They also cost the big money and were very limited in where you could get them. I wonder what the equivalent here is. It might be pastries. However, people clearly produced
Small towns are
pastries.
less protected than large ones. The envy of European rivals, may perdition strike them, does not allow us to neglect the development of towns. They must grow and become strong in order to survive sea blockades.
I feel like you told me that before. Right, we're over at Campeche. Campeche, do you want my cocoa? Man, all these places already have a bit of cocoa. Maybe, just maybe, I bought some dead goods. Hope not, though. You can buy the pastries for plenty of money, though. Off we go. Surely someone around here wants the cocoa. You produce the cocoa. And that might be where these people are getting their goods from. Doesn't matter though. I mean, I just want to sail around with my little Florida man here. I'm quite confident that my other automated boats are making me plenty in assets. Can you be a pirate in this game or only a trader? You can certainly be a pirate. Raise the black flag and go and destroy other vessels. Take their goodies by force. But in the end, those goodies need to be sold somewhere. And if you just hoard them all, you're going to end up with full capacities, and that's not going to help you anyway. So you need to make the money, and that does mean you actually have to sell things. And it's much better to be a trader, really, because Florida man, get to trading. The more the cities grow, the more their demands grow. Boy, I may have bought way too much in the way of tobacco. You actually have cocoa for me to buy. I mean, I certainly get a good deal on it, but that's only good insofar as people actually demand cocoa, and I can't imagine it's a good that that is high in demand. There's the thing, I don't have the feel for supply and demand in the game, but it's probably bricks and wood and base food. Basic goods are always high in demand, so fruits, wood, grain, corn, vegetables, sugar, beer, and bricks. Those are what you want to have in vast quantities. Actually, we should be able to check somewhere, somehow, on consumption. Consumption. I don't mean tuberculosis here. I mean what do you consume, how often? That's production. Here we go. It does show consumption, so I can get a good idea of how much of each things people use. So not a lot of rope, hemp, and rum, or meat, but metal and coal. I wonder if that's because you produce stuff that uses that. Yeah, you produce these luxury items. Ah, you produce metalware, so of course you have a huge demand for metal. Right, these are the small... these are things I'm going to need to learn. Metal into metalware. Who would have thought? Wait, coal and metal into metalware. Fascinating. When it comes to cocoa, though... Wow, actually you don't consume it? So what does consume cocoa? I really hope I'm not getting these bum goods. Alright, well, let's keep going. Here, for example, there's coal and metal being produced. And so if you had a simple trade route going from here to here, you'd actually have a pretty good trade route. They produce things that each other want. I guess the downside is you actually produce your own metal goods. Who'd have thought indeed, says Basilius. Quite. Earlier I think I said I couldn't tilt the map, but I can. I gotta say, this is quite beautiful. I wish I had a nicer monitor to drink it all in. Which is something I'm going to look into, actually. When I pan around here, everything becomes so blurry, and I have a feeling that's because it's my monitor. This game can run at 200 FPS. It's not capped. Well, it's capped at 200 FPS. I'd like to see just how beautiful that can be. So there we go. Bricks are something I can shift a lot more of. But, there we go. They're drowning in metal. I might have to help them with that. Would you like a lot of cocoa? No, people don't seem to want lots of cocoa, despite my desire to sell lots of cocoa. Metal goods are things people generally will want, and that metal could be good. There we go. Got so many assets, but that's okay. Assets are just time-delayed money, as long as you can actually have a place to sell them. If there is overproduction, that's a problem, but generally these games are very finely balanced at the start, so that there is enough of stuff going around to create demand, but not flood. Does this game have something similar to the unpalatable local lords in Patrician 4, says Moves P? An excellent question, let's all hope to God they do not. I think the closest thing you have to that is the Viceroy.
Come in.
Ah, see, he's actually quite pleasant, unlike those bloody local lords. As I understand, and I don't understand a lot, your Viceroy will have demands of you from time to time. How do I get my fame points, though? There was something here earlier that showed fame points, but you better believe I can't remember it. Ah, of course, the fame tab. Your current fame in Spain is absolute 0. How I build that up, I don't know. The tutorial told me, but I also forgot, so I wouldn't worry about it. Where'd you go, Florida man? There you are. We can speed the game up. We can speed it up to triple speed, but I'm playing it on 1 speed so I can actually, you know, get a feel for everything. We can sell some bricks, but not a whole lot of it. Here's the thing, when you're going around selling it, there's a lot of this to do. That's why I think it's really important to set up your automated things as soon as possible, because they'll just instantly figure out the best of all of this. So I can sell you all of this iron that I picked up for more than double what I paid for it. So everything's coming up tanner. Same for this. The idea that I paid 129 for each of my cocoa, and I can sell it for muckle hundreds, feels pretty good to me. They don't have a huge demand for these iron goods or the metal goods. But you do have some furniture, and I think I can find some places for those. High luxury good. La Pesca also wants that sweet furniture. Oh man, this map is big, especially compared to especially compared to Patrician 4. So I think it's going to be a multiple hub setup, a dual hub if you will. I can have balancers running between. Okay, I shouldn't get too carried away here, right? We're just taking a first look, but we know how these things go, don't we? We do. Lots of goods here. Unfortunately, I filled myself up so full of tobacco that nobody around here seems to want. But oh, finally, some demand for cocoa. Buy it up. Buy it all up. Ah. Oh, loads of metal goods here as well. And loads of furniture. Probably better to diversify my holdings here. So let's grab this meat of yours. The average price that I pay for it goes up way fast. You don't actually have as much of it as it seems. You do, however, have hemp, and people love hemp. So I'll take it. I'll take it and run. I probably have to go to like the other end of the map to find places that want my tobacco. So we'll take Florida man to the far reaches of South America after this. There are like 3 separate circular winds to split up your trade routes. Yeah, you don't see them here. Where can we see them? Ah, here we go. This is really nice, isn't it? So you want to spend as little time going through this horror as possible, but it might still be faster if you desperately need to get from, I don't know, here to here. I don't know. The winds might be so impactful that it's better to go that way. I like it. I like it a lot. I also want to know if you can set up your own cities wherever you want, or if they're predetermined. Okay, alright, I'm not here for that, so away you go. Get me back to Florida man. He's meant to be making me the Florida money. Bricks? Nah, they're not that interested in the bricks. Or the tobacco. Or really anything that I have, which is a shame. I could buy more furniture if I wanted to, but I'm actually out of space. Now, resource production, if it's anything like P4, tends to be grouped together. Notice that these places are all doing furniture. I guess if they were spread out more, it'd be too easy to sift the demand around. So it encourages you to make longer trade routes. It is a pretty game. A really rather pretty game. But doesn't matter how pretty it is, what matters is how good it feels to work that economy. Do you want my hemp? Not particularly. Crying shame that. Ah, but you want those metal goods, and you're willing to pay so much more than I bought them for. Music to my ears, and they're way out of cocoa. So I can sell this, I can sell most of it for more than I bought it for. Excellent, I'm running low on it, which is good. I could buy up more of your furniture. I bet furniture's really good in faraway places, so I'm going to dunk so much of my money on that. They got bricks. I would like more bricks, but I'm already full. I need to find somewhere that does not produce tobacco and wants mine. Galveston, tell me you want the tobacco. God, everybody wants tobacco. If we check our company balance sheets, well, we can see statistics. My wealth is skyrocketing. Started out at 300,000. Even though I have far less money, I have it in wealth. I'm also curious about that pyramid, Jake. The pyramid. I wasn't looking at any pyramid. You're going to have to elaborate. Oh, is the Mayan temple interactable? Where did we see a Mayan temple? Because I did not. Why is only Spain represented on the map? England is here, Netherlands are here, and France is here. But, it's at Belize. Oh, that doesn't narrow things down much for me at all. Alright, Belize. Now, granted, I'm not good at seeing. Was that it? Oh, that was it. I'm pretty sure that's just for decoration. But given that it's just for decoration, it does look alright. Looks even nicer than the one in Banjo-Tooie. Alright, let's reorientate ourselves north. We've got some kind of star thing popping up here. What's all this about? It seems like a vessel is sunk right here, because a lot of commodities are swimming in the water. Approach them with a convoy to pick them up. Well, can I take command of you and tell you to go there? Yep, I disabled your route and you're going over there, so I shall get that done and then re-enable your route. That's a temple I've been to in February, says Eternal Ace, the travelled man. I thought you died. I remember you dying horribly. In Battle Brothers, of course, but if you die in Battle Brothers, you know how that goes. Recht, tell me you want something that I have. Oh, they want the cocoa. So this is a good place to bring the cocoa. We found it. As for furniture, they probably get plenty of it because they're... Oh, Christ, I think I bought what they had. Not my intention. Take it back, man. Take it back. They have other interesting things like this rum. I certainly don't have rum. They've also got sugars and veggies that places certainly will want, but I have too much cargo that I'd need to offload. So I think it's time for Florida Man to make a long and arduous journey. Not that arduous. Where is he gonna go? Oh, you can set waypoints. Well, regardless of the waypoints, let's head all the way down here. It's gonna be a horrible route for you, but too bad. Once you're done with that, I will see to selling some more stuff. Inefficient, I know, but I don't care. Like I said, this is the first look at it. Don't know if you'll pick up much. That convoy was at 240. Oh yeah, I thought you had 500. Lots of commodities swimming in the water. Yeah, that's a good point. We should dump our goods here, even if it's at a loss, because that stuff will be free. There's a star here. Oh, there's a request for the delivery. Okay, cool. Interesting. Okay, well this won't be at a loss. Gonna dump that, goodbye grains. Goodbye that, and that, and that, and yeah, that too. What do we have too much of? Coffee. Well, they also have coffee. Buy cottons. Just flood the place. I'm probably going to make some people angry because I'm killing the supplies and demands here. Now we've got 145 space, which should be good for something. Should be good for something. Ah, screw it. Fruits aren't worth much money. Just dump them. Go and get those commodities. So these stars mean they're missions. I didn't know this until I saw it right now. There we go. They want that. Now if I accept it... I mean, what's in it for me? Think about my needs. Anyway, we'll accept it. They want it by February 26th. That gives me quite a bit of time. Now let's accept this cargo. Whoa, not bad. Actual clothes are good. Get back to your route. I wonder if any of my my ships have these going. It's a shame I can't just go through my trade route. Convoys. I suppose I can do it this way, can't I? Oh, tell me there's not a limit on trade routes. I hope not. Don't know if anybody has cloth, and even if they did, I wouldn't want to bring them all the way over there. We'll see if we can help you out, though. Ah, perhaps that's what gets you fame. I didn't think of that now, did I? So yeah, I have until February 26th. Not a lot of time. So Florida man should go to somewhere that produces cloth, so we can bring it over there. The question is where it produces cloths, and we have an answer to that, don't we? Show me the cloth. Just so happens that where we're heading to, there's a cloth production facility at Gibraltar. So Florida man's going to save the day over in Puerto Cabellas. I don't know Spanish. I will never know Spanish. I don't even want to know Spanish. But I gotta say what I see. Venice had a limit on convoys that got bigger when you ranked up, says Anon Fen. Ooh. I played, what was it, Rise of Venice, I think it was? I could well be wrong. I played it for a bit, and I just thought, nope, nope, nope. Felt even less quality of life than Patrician 4. And trust me, Patty 4 could have done with more. You know, I think I'm really going to start looking into a better monitor. I thought this this big old Dell was good, but everything looks so blurry when it's moving on the screen. But then I go into an electronics shop and they have their big monitors on display and everything looks so crystal clear. And since I know that it can look crystal clear, it's probably not my eyes. Alright, on you go. Oh, there we go. Get it up to 3 speed. Shame it only goes up to 3 speed. Patrician 4 went up to 10 if you held spacebar, but spacebar here pauses the game. And we're running out of time to get that delivery done. I got until February 26. I'm noticing square markers and circle ones on the minimap. Are square ones the capital of each colony? I doubt that New Orleans is the capital. Oh, well. There's a crown there. But would that mean that this is the capital of Spain? It does have a crown, so possibly. It seems plausible, at least. Alright, Cartagena, I got goodies. Hopefully you like cocoa. Okay, the game is paused when you're in this screen. They like bricks, though. Do it the Dutch way. Just let them eat bricks, let them drink rum. And oh god, see, even though we've bought all these goods and bought these ships, we're right back up to where we were with our gold, and that's not just wealth. Ah, good. That furniture sells for crazy money. 714 each. Now, you shouldn't be won over by these high-value products, right? It's not about the high value. It's about volume. You want to spread that volume. That's where the real money's made. That said, for the splendor of it all, I'm rather enjoying bringing in the big stuff. The luxury goods are good for making people like you quite a bit. Issue with ghosting, Jake? V-Sync might be a solution. I think there was an option for V-Sync. Vertical synchronization is off. If I turn it on, will things be less blurry? Not to me. Then again, my eyes, despite being surgically augmented, are nothing to write home about. Yeah, they're not interested in this. I wish it snapped to 0 a bit when I'm going around like this. Make it easier to Oh no, I can right-click to come out of that. Well then, shows what I know. Not a lot. Any high production goods here? Some. In fact, lots of rope. I'm sure people will want the rope, so let's go and push some rope over here. They don't make it. In fact, you make barely anything. Oh god, I'm running out of time. I need to make a beeline for that cloth. Finally I can sell that tobacco. Well, some of it at least. It's been taking up a lot of space for a lot of time. This furniture, though, it does sell for some good money around here. But yes, we're here to get some cloth. Town Square actually has tons of cloth over here. I could just buy it up whilst I'm here if I want to get it done. The question is, how long does it take Florida Man to get back to here? 4.2 days. And to Gibraltar? 3 days, 6 days, 10 days. Oh, don't have the time. I'm gonna have to make some terrible deal right here just to get back in time, because I need that. I need to fulfill my obligation. What was my obligation anyway? 75 cloth. Can I hover over there? Yeah, oh, nice. I don't have to pan over there. 75 cloth. We'll get it done for you, sir. Don't you worry. Which does mean I need to dump some goods at a less than optimal price. Yeah, I made a few ducats on that. Let's get rid of some beans. Get rid of some of this tobacco. Nah, I'm getting a bum deal on that. But I do have the space for the cloth. The cloth I'm actually picking up at an outrageously bad rate here, but I'm stealing it anyway. Now let's get over here. Go, Florida Man, and save the day. What could they need all that cloth so badly for? How are the pirate battles in the game compared to Patty 4? They're turn-based, and I'm not sure if I like them more or not. I haven't played enough of them. That is to say, I haven't even played one properly. I played the tutorial one, and that's it. We're going to actually look at the tutorial stuff just to get that underway, because I'm not here to set up the next big campaign for this, although that will be coming. I will be... I'm just looking at this, so I can learn the game, and you too can brace yourself for what we're all in for. Here, enjoy the cloth. Oh, wow. They better give me good money for this, because I'm even selling at a big loss. Ah! 35 things. $35 things.
What can I do for you?
Right, so that brought me closer towards getting my next fame point. So you definitely want to do these things in order to get those, because fame allows concessions. Everything seems to cost 1 fame point, and I bet it gets more expensive as time goes. Satisfaction in all Spanish towns administered by you will increase. The number of job seekers increase. Well, surely what you'd want are the production facilities, but maybe you want a captain's license. At least one captain, so you can have a military setup. Is Florida Man getting damaged by going straight across the deep zones? Absolutely yes. Florida Man's health is only at 89% right now. Compare that to the other flotilla that we have, which again, there must be a quick and easy way to find them, because I'm not finding them. I have to go trade routes and then select them like so. Seville too, which has been sticking to Sticking to the safe areas is at 99. Same for you, same for you. So yes, I am damaging Florida Man by going over these potholes. But that's Florida Man's problem. He's a durable chap, I'm sure he can handle it. You're looking fine on furniture. We'll go down here with good old Florida Man. I also wish to look back at our homestead in Seville. And look at this. We built this residential area. It's currently uninhabited. It does not provide a bonus to adjacent workshop. Okay. I don't know why it's uninhabited. I actually don't know how the building system works particularly well. Perhaps more jobs need to be created to bring more people in. 66% space utilization. Alright, yeah, it almost certainly needs more more industry to attract more people. Fascinating. Alright, Florida Man, make us some dosh. Tactics unlocked, I guess those are used in battle. There was something about tactics somewhere. If I said I remember where, I'd be lying. Here we go, tactics. Ah, repair. Any one of your vessels gets 25% of their hit points back if I use... Oh, that's right, tactics are used in the turn-based battle system. We'll have a look at that shortly. If we don't find battles naturally as we go along, we shall look at the tutorial version to learn more about it. Man, I bought up way too much tobacco. It's hard to actually shift it. I guess that's the thing, right? Export and craft. I should find somewhere that makes cigars, if that's a thing. Is it a thing? Doesn't look like it's a thing. What would tobacco be used for? He doesn't know. Regardless though, I still have goods to sell, and sell them I shall. Now let's take a look at this. Oh, okay, I guess tobacco includes that. So is tobacco used for anything? Would tobacco be shipped back to the old world somehow? That would explain the exports part. So maybe it's not a good idea to be dealing in those just yet. I wonder if my vessels are actually flooding up with those and finding it hard to sell. I can check that, of course. You're not drowning in tobacco, and the stuff is used. Neither are you. Okay, my vessels are a bit more clever in what they pick up. Good on them. Florida Man has no such inhibitions about what he picks up. He'll pick up anything. It's kind of nice. I like this. Notice that it's slowing down the further out in I go. But if I'm out, things go very fast. It's good. It's very good. Right, let's at least sell those and try to make a profit back off of those. Ah, they want tobacco here. But again, right, I shouldn't be buying up lots of something that isn't a basic good. Basic commodities you can buy tons of, but these things perhaps not so much. Although that cocoa does tempt me, since it's going incredibly cheap since it's produced here. Also, ceramics, quality goods. I don't mind picking up quite a few of those, since not a lot of places are bound to have them. I don't go for as much money as I thought, though. Take the furniture. The furniture's where the big money's at. There we go. Clothing. Clothing's expensive. Still unsure on why you want lots of sailors. It might be that they actually made it into a mechanic of shipping around the different people. Because in Patrician 4, you would ship people around, but it's almost certainly not what you're meant to do as part of the gameplay. Maybe bring tobacco to the capital. I bet that's where you send stuff to Europe. I think that's something you'll unlock, but the capital doesn't have any particular demand. Well, no. This could be the capital where they want that stuff, couldn't it? Could be. We'll go back to the capital then. I mean, we're pretty much en route. Is there a way to... If I press home or something? Can I get... No. I'd like to snap to my ships more often than I can. Rope. You want rope? Bombs? Lamp oil? It's yours, my friend. Otherwise, you are not talking to me, although I would love to get that. Get that maize. Jake, do you need sailors for your industries? You need sailors for your ships. Well, you don't need them. You can make do with skeletal crew. I don't actually know what the advantages of that is outside of combat. Incidentally, I don't know what the advantage of it is in combat, because I'm not familiar with the combat system of this game. Other than I know that it's turn-based. Okay, as expected, these places produce a lot of the similar goods. So if you only had trade going around these, you wouldn't do a whole lot of good. I mean, you do minor good like that, but what you want to do is bring goods that aren't made in other areas to said areas. That's why I like that my automated ships are buying a little bit of lots of things, because then they make the big money on them. And I do like the big money. Alright, let's keep going. As I say, I'm not too worried about playing this optimally. What I want to do is get to know the game. Enjoying yourself, Jake? Oh, I love these kinds of games. I've said a lot of disparaging things about Patrician 4 over the years, but that's only because I love it. Gotta be cruel to be kind. Again, tobacco is just not something that's in high demand. We should check and see if the capital wants more of it. Ceramics, on the other hand, I bought these for 118. You'll buy them for 215. That is a good deal for me. Oh, hang on there. You had clothes. Clothes are big money. I'll buy... See, I can buy all this at 324 until it reaches a point where it goes up and up and up. And I'm gonna cut it off at 527. They can still be sold for damn good money, though. As long as where I'm going doesn't also produce clothes. I can sort of see the appeal of these kinds of games, says Mr. Salzella, but I could never do it myself. It just feels so good. It's like having all this paperwork scattered around and then sorting it into a big filing cabinet. At the end of the day, you have this well-orchestrated, perfectly sorted out file cabinet. That's how it feels, and it's good. Although I can totally see why people wouldn't find that good. Oh, I had to wait because of the Spanish treasure fleet. Treasure fleet, eh? Okay, whoever thought it was a good idea to bring the tobacco over to Maracaibo was a clever individual. It feels like the capital has an insatiable appetite for export goods. Clothing is not an export good, but it's still a high value good. So it's selling that for plenty of dosh. Oh, loads of sailors here. So what you can do is get loads of sailors and bring them back to your own places. See, I like that. See, I like that answer. Plenty of sugar for me. I do like sugar. There's a lot of things I like. I can see that in the beginning of these games, however, I could never stick to it for longer than 2 hours. But then you're not even scratching the surface of the filing cabinet empire that you can create. Okay, Seville 4 is here repairing. It's not a problem though. Florida man just cuts in line and says, "What are you buying? What are you selling?" Oh, they're selling metal goods, loads of. If it's exporting crap, let's test this. Can I bring these over to the capital and make loads of money united off of them? And holy moly, those crickets. Those crickets are probably ambient sounds. Down you go. I'm not into listening to bugs mate all day. Let's try our luck, because you might be able to make a very lucrative loop. Just everything going into Maracaibo? Maracaibo? I don't know, I'm not Spanish. Long may I never be Spanish. What are you doing here, Seville 4? Still repairing, gotcha. So, how insatiable is your desire? Oh, okay, it's very satiable for metal goods. Maybe those don't go back to the homeland quite so well. I got a bum deal on you, then. I can still... no, the sell price isn't very hot on them. Still better than what I bought it for, but they do want their tobacco. They really want their tobacco. You are well known in the town and are able to acquire a building permission to construct businesses. Interesting, but, you know, we're not even fulfilling our goal here, which is to get satisfaction in the hometown up. So let's actually do that and see where the game goes from there. I don't actually want to do everything in the game because I want to start a full campaign of this from scratch. I don't know when and I don't know how, but I will. Somehow I see a smile on that coin, says Marvin. But who knows what he means? Which coin? We've almost got 1 million in cold hard cash. That's a good sign, and our wealth has gone skyrocketing. Feels like it goes up even faster here than it did in P4. I knew P4 like the back of my hand. Port Royale 4 replacing CK3? No. No, no, no. It's a different kind of itch to scratch. I don't like selling at a loss here, but I need to make my hometown happy. Ah, they would love these metal goods, no doubt. It's still yours, my friend. Oh, and the clothes, of course. Oh, God, they really want those clothes. Have I made you happy yet? What's the hold up on happiness? 89.2. Deliver commodities to increase satisfaction. Yeah, I mean, I'm not been purposely delivering it here, but I wonder if I just dump these goods on them, would I make them happier? I mean, I'm selling at a crazy loss. I shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, they need something like wood and basic commodities as such. Does anybody around here do that? Can also check. Cocoa. Why the exclamation point? Production restricted. Production restricted. Production restricted. And they definitely want grain and sugar back here. So I need somewhere that gets us grain, and just try to quickly bump up that satisfaction so we can see where the game goes from there. Just give it all to me. I don't care how unhappy you are.
Rests the blessing of the Lord. You should now start the production of basic commodities to ensure the supply in your region.
I hear you. Oh, and we also got a fame point for it. Ah, we got new things going on. Produce important basic commodities for the needs in your region.
May God protect you and the king.
I'm perfectly happy. Wow. Don't often hear that ever, do you? Keep forgetting where fame is, but here it is. We actually bumped up our fame quite a lot, so the obvious thing to do is get that captain license. In the captain's dialogue, you can have a look at them, hire them, or decline their applications. Captains, eh? No captains available, okay. Achievement unlocked. Every beginning is difficult. I disagree. Obligatory stream baby joke, says Llamas Unite. I haven't lived with that baby in a long time now, like half a decade, so we don't need to worry about the baby. I'm going to assume raw export goods are high in demand back in Europe, but goods crafted are needed in the further afield cities where they have difficulty improving them. Yeah, I'll go with that. I'm willing to believe that. Right, you still wanted my grains, no doubt. And dang, I love... Right. It's such a good feeling, and for some reason I always feel extra good about grain. I don't know, just something about thinking about Weetabix and dishing them out to the public. It's hard to explain, but it feels good. Right, what else do you want me to do? Own 4 businesses for wood, grain, beer, and take 1,000 job seekers from the capital to other towns. Well, I'd need space for that. I don't have space on here, which means I'd need more ships. A lot more ships. What else was I thinking? Yeah, I want to have a quick look at building up. I'm not even in the right place, am I, Florida man? You've been going to the wrong place. It's Seville that I meant to be bigging up. And I was confusing it with Porto Cabezas. I mean, honestly, it looks the same. How dare this landmass have 2 similar jutty outbits? Though I'm sure we all miss the crying baby among the other classics. Jake's like, oh man, living under the stairs is fairly vintage now. But I did live under the stairs. My starring role in Joseph Fritzl's Under the Floor musical. Right, well, when I'm back home here, let's get that speed down to 1. I need to change that hotkey. Plus and minus are not great. Maybe have it on... Well, do the numbers help me? Pressing 1 got rid of that. Maybe I'll look into what I can do for hotkeys. Not going to make my own mod for it, though. Actually, this game doesn't have modding support. I was a bit disappointed when I read that. Then again, some of the mod support for Patrician 4 felt like pulling teeth. What is it with games dropping mod support these days? It's madness. Sheer madness. Keeps your games alive. Right, that's one thing, but here's something else. I need to build here. But I already have the building rights here, don't I? I'm not sure if it shows anywhere what my rights are. But I know I do have building rights because I built here earlier. So we go to the architect. We go to the architect. How do I do this again? How do I do this again? Things I did it earlier, but I managed to forget how it works. He's trying construction menu. There we go. Businesses. And I can make sugar, and I can make orchards and things. It makes residential people unhappy to have some things near, certain things nearby. So I guess you want to build them further away. Can I build them detached from everywhere? I guess not everywhere. Those people are still going to be unhappy. But you know what? Being unhappy is probably not my concern right now. Achievement unlocked, my little farm. Now, they get an adjacency bonus, don't they? Yeah, and it can grow. Looks like it can grow pretty big. Alright, so what you would do is you'd set up all of this. And of course they're not producing anything because they don't have workers. Workers will naturally flow to the town, I believe. Inhabitants, workers, living space, job seekers, supply, yeah, fair enough. But if you really want to bump it up, you'd be getting more crafts with more sailor capacity. Oh, they have a lot for me. Right, well, I'll take everything. And then I shall... You got any more, actually? No, I've already bought everything. Get all that. And then we have a lot of capacity for crew. So what are we calling this? There, good name for something that's trying to get people from A to B. Oh, it doesn't all show. I gotta hover over it. Well, it matters not. Let's head over here and grab some people. There's a high risk of plague in the area, Jake. Maybe some healthcare preemptively. Nah. I want to learn about how that works. If you preemptively deal with situations all the time, then you're not going to get experience at dealing with crises, which is very important. I think it's a big part of how I got so good at Frostpunk. Right? If you deal with everything preemptively, and then suddenly you're thrown into a situation where you, oh, I don't know, have 90 sick people in your population of 150. You don't have the experience to cope with that because it's always just worked out for you. Captain told us that somebody's just... Oh, I'll help you out, maybe. Find somebody in this area close to Riohasha. So I guess we go on a little scouting operation. Well, now I see. These probably show how many sailors they have on board. That explains why all of mine are early. Alright, William, get that truck going through Calais. Give me all of your sailors. And let's see if we can't... It would be funny if I didn't have space to pick up that person that went missing. Alright, where are they at? Where are they at? Oh ho, oh! That's another nice thing about having all the convoys. They can do all the looking around for you. And again, as you zoom in, the game dynamically slows down, because obviously if you're trying to zoom in, you want to be doing something here, even if you're on 3 speed or 1 speed. So whilst this movement is slow, this movement is very fast. It's good. Goods and sailors seem to use a different type of capacity. Yes, they do. You don't necessarily want lots of crew. Oh, captains become available. Who the... Good day, Rita Phillips. I am a fledgling captain from Trinidad. I am Cartagena. I've heard quite a lot about you. So there are different skills that they have, different stars in them. I think these guys are immortal. I hope so. He's without a convoy. Of course he's without convoy. Different command points, current levels, daily salary. Right, I'm going with cheap guy. Oh, captain, my captain. He's all sleepy right now. But if we assign the captain here... How do I assign you? There we go, he's assigned. There we go. Navigating Eagle Eye Gun. So I guess you'd want different captains for different things. Certain captains would be better for doing fast trading. Certain captains you'd want for gunning people down. As soon as your convoy anchors, the family's ready and welcomes Delfina Garcia. Children are dancing and screaming. They offer you a piece of a treasure map as reward. We haven't seen treasure map yet, have we? Oh, what could it mean? Hopefully a bit more meaningful than what we had in Patrician 4. If you got it early, the wealth scaling just made them insignificant. Name him Marvin. Good question. Can we name them? No. No, we cannot. Dang. Dang, dang, dang. Forgive my disappointment, but I want to name him. Why am I here again? Why did I come back here? I have no idea. I wanted to bring those people back home. But whilst I am here, I might as well buy every ship you have. For no good reason. Hold on, did it say that it cost fame to buy one? Oh. It did. Interesting. Right, I'm not even paying much attention. I just want to swell myself up here. And, you know, whilst I am here, could buy up all those sailors. And what do they have in vast quantities here? Generally things they produce is what they have in vast quantities. But this is a bit better. See, Florida Man now has real capacity. But I still think doing this manually is a sucker's game. I'm just doing it because it's the first look at it and I want to get a feel for this. The real way is just set it with automation. Wish I could shove those sailors into battles and do it that way. Oh, we got something here to get. A bottle's in here. Probably without... Ah, crap, I rejected it by accident. Thought I'd be accepting it, but I thought wrong. Alright, get back to Seville. Does he know that sailors add to his population? Yep, that's why I'm bringing them back here, because I need people to pick my cotton. Currently, I don't have people picking my cotton, at least nowhere near enough. They cost per day, which is fine, because it's still cheaper than buying cotton elsewhere. I don't even know where it needs cotton. Again, this is not the campaign that I'm going to be doing, this is just me getting to know the game. Wait, I have a free convoy? What are you doing here? Oh, Florida Man made it already. Then where's the other convoy? Oh, right, you're trucking through Calais. Right, you're the one that I pieced together. Well, you can join up with Florida Man, it's no biggie. Is there slave trade in the game? I mean, if there were modding tools, I'm sure I could change one of these things to be slaves, and then yes, there would be. EU4 had slave trade. Oh, hey. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Damn, X to accept, C to decline. They're right next to each other. I am going to miss that a lot. Is that something I can change in the key bindings? Okay, can't say that's the best key binding menu I've ever seen. Let's get back to Calais. And ditch those sailors off, you trot. Oh, before we do this, Seville. I think I called it Calais, didn't I? Man, I want to rename these places so badly. Blah, blah, blah. Inhabitants, 1634, rising trend. But now... should be considerably more. Well, actually, I think sailors slowly become inhabitants. Do they? Don't they? If there are jobs for them. If there are jobs for them. Game. No, not the menu. The tips and tricks tell me about job seekers. When you dismiss sailors, they become job seekers again in a town where they disembark. You can take advantage of this if you want to move many job seekers. By the way, every worker and sailor you hire costs you 12 pieces of gold per day. Well, I dropped them off. Excuse me. Ah, there we go, they're going down. Now, hopefully it's not because they're getting hired here. Hopefully it's because they are... What's that exclamation mark mean? You should construct more residential areas. There's a lack of housing space. Basically, there are about 4 times as many citizens as workers in a city. If there is not sufficient living space, the satisfaction goes down. But they are picking my cotton, which means we have cotton being produced. I don't think I have a warehouse for them to go into. Is there still warehouse in this game? Businesses, town buildings, warehouse. Right, good. Takes a while to be built though, but these things got built up. Okay, we've got to stop because otherwise I'm just going to press forward with this. And I've got to hold off here because I know I'm going to be coming back for more of this. But I'm not satisfied with what we've done thus far. I want to mess around a bit. Do we have any cannons on any of my free convoys? No, we actually don't. I probably don't get ships with cannons yet, so if I want to try out the combat, we have to go to main menu, not save any of that, it's ephemeral, and go to tutorial, naval battle, and go. Is this game out? This game comes out on the, he says, quickly going over to the Steam store to check. I've been waiting on this one for a while, but I've already managed to forget. Comes out on the 25th.
Battles. To make
That's
your
not
first
long.
battle, not your last, there's this lesson.
Alright, teach me, man, teach me.
To get started, select your convoy. It's anchored south of Port Royale. There are 3 types of convoys you can attack. First of all, there's pirates. You can always attack them. Your viceroy will be happy, and accordingly, your fame will
Thank
rise.
God, a reason to fight pirates.
If you want to act like a pirate, you have to raise the black flag on your convoy and disguise yourself as a pirate. In this mode, you can also attack friendly convoys, but this will damage your reputation with the viceroy. And thirdly, there are convoys of other nations when there is war with them. If you got yourself a letter of marque beforehand, such attacks are legal because you can then act on behalf of the viceroy. It's called politics. Here you can activate the convoy's patrol mode. In this mode, the convoy monitors its surroundings at sea and attacks all enemy convoys on its own. Activate the mode now. Soon the pirate Calico Jack will pass by here and your convoy will attack him. Then you can choose if you want to join the fight or if you want your convoy to fight on its own.
Well, there's Calico Jack. In the lesson about being a pirate and fighting others, they make you play as England. What do they mean by this? Alright, get stuck in.
This sign will alert you to an incipient naval battle. Select it in time to join the battle. If you wait too long, the battle will be fought automatically.
I'm getting vibes of Banjo-Kazooie where you had to find all those bits in Treasure Trove Cove. Anyway,
Here you will
here
be
we go.
informed about the convoys that are going to fight against each other. On the left is always your convoy. On the right, the convoy of the opponent.
Right, Cedric Bellend here is not very good, not compared to Calico Jack, so our might is not strong enough. Your convoy is too weak for an automatic battle, you should capitulate. Nonsense.
The most important factor
is the approximate fighting strength of the convoys, because usually the stronger convoy will win. Pirates often have no interest in destroying a convoy completely. They want commodities, and they cannot plunder a destroyed convoy or bankrupt merchants a second time. So if things turn bad, it is advisable to simply capitulate. Now, choose that you want to participate in the battle. You are now in the middle of a battle and you can get involved. The data of your convoy is displayed on the left, the data of your opponent on the right. Your vessels are shown below.
Good to know.
The naval battle will take place in rounds. Each round, all vessels have a turn once. This also means, for example, that if you have more vessels than your opponent, you will have more turns. When it is your turn, one of your vessels is selected and highlighted in the display. If you have other vessels that have not performed any actions this round, you may select another vessel instead. On your active vessel, the hit points are displayed here. The more sections the bar contains, the more hit points a vessel has. If a vessel loses all hit points, it sinks. In addition, your active vessel will also show how much damage a broadside is likely to cause. The cannons play an important role here, but also the sailors. If the number of sailors falls below half of the maximum possible, the damage is reduced as well. Here, the effective strength of the crew is displayed. It is mainly determined by the sailors on the vessel, but also the type of vessel plays a role. The strength of the crew is important in naval boarding. The greater the superiority of a crew, the greater the probability of success in naval boarding. Each vessel has movement points, depending on the type of vessel. For each movement point, a vessel can move one field in its direction of travel. The maneuvering points of a vessel are also dependent on the type of vessel. A turn of 30 degrees costs 1 point, so a full turn would require 12 points. However, a vessel may use a maximum of 4 points per field. Don't worry, before you make a move, the costs will be displayed. The fields that your vessel can reach are marked green. Now select one of these fields to move your vessel. You can also move your vessel several times per turn, as long as it still has enough points.
Okay, right, that was a lot to take in, but it's probably quite important. Could I not go in here and get you a lovely broadside? Maybe.
As soon as you do not want to or cannot perform any more actions with the current vessel, select End Turn to end the turn for the current vessel. Then your vessel cannot be selected anymore this round.
Right, but I probably want to get away before I start getting mauled by you, so that was fun and games, but away I go.
Now it is the turn of Calico Jack. He also selects a vessel of his choice and performs movements and actions with it.
Is he gonna double bro? Oh wow,
Cross
you're a
of
real
the
piece of
vessel
work.
Indicates that it can no longer perform any action during this round. Now move your next vessel. If you select a red field, your vessel will move into position and fire a broadside at the enemy. A vessel can fire both broadsides per turn. You can mix movement and actions as you like.
So, I could probably shoot both of you, right? So, for example, I'm gonna mulch
You
you.
can plunge into the battle alone now, but I still have a few important hints for you.
Oh, thanks.
Take a look up here at the strength ratio of the two convoys. The bigger the green bar, the higher the chance that you will win. If you are sure that you will win the battle, you can have it evaluated automatically. At the moment, I have disabled this feature, but later you can see an evaluation here. You can accept or reject it and return to the battle.
I'm glad we moved the chat so we can see our friend here.
Another important point revolves around the tactics that are available to you in battles. First, there are the vessel's tactics. Each vessel provides a tactic to the convoy depending on the type of vessel. This tactic can be used as often as you like, but with cooldown periods in between. If more than one vessel has the same tactic, this cooldown period is reduced. There are also captain's tactics. You will receive them during your adventures as a reward for tasks you have fulfilled for towns. These tactics are consumed when used, but can be replenished at any time. Simply complete tasks. Which captain's tactics you can use depends on the level of your captain. Some tactics are only for experienced captains. By the way, all tactics are only used on your command, so they do not exist during automatic battles.
Aha, so...
Go ahead. I'll get right back to you.
So I can use my own brilliance for this. I missed though, does this actually use up anything? Well, it matters not. Let's go and give this guy a broadside. If we can fire both sides once during battle, then we'd be a fool not to use both. So that's our turnover, but I want to see if I could repair, although 25% seems... 3 additional movement points, I could bugger off here. 6 additional maneuver points. We'll hold off on that for now. Let's end our turn. Wait, unless I want to move further. I mean, I could get away from you right now. Okay. That may or may not have been the best place for me to go, but I went there. Yeah, they're doing the same thing to me.
At any time when it is your turn, you can specify the type of attack for the selected vessel. Solid shots mainly cause damage to the hull.
Grapevine kills the people.
Canister shot reduces especially the crew of the enemy vessel. This
What?
can be
You don't call it
important
grape
if you
shot?
want to board a vessel. Both types of ammunition are always available. You don't have to buy them separately. If you choose this type of attack, the crew will prepare for the naval boarding of another vessel. The greater the strength of your crew compared to the crew of the enemy vessel, the higher the probability that the naval boarding will succeed. This probability is displayed when you select a suitable vessel.
Okay, and it's tiny over here. However, that might be worth trying out. If I grape shot you and then I keep you safe, I might be able to board you with relative ease. Makes crushing rocks.
If a naval boarding maneuver
Seems such a
succeeds,
breeze.
both vessels will be suspended until the end of the battle. If the maneuver fails, the attacking vessel will lose 1 turn. Now go on. I'll get back to you in a minute.
Okay, he keeps popping up with advice for me. Right, I don't know. Maybe we should go for brute force here. Nah, let's try and board you and destroy you. I mean, it seems odd to give you such a disadvantageous fight in the tutorial, but what do I know, right? Let's grape you.
One more important tip. Cannons that you don't fire in 1 turn are wasted. So make sure that a vessel can always fire both broadsides during a turn. I know it's not as easy, since all vessels are limited in their maneuverability.
I'm not worried about it.
Well, have fun sending Calico Jack to the fishes. See you at the next lesson.
Not so sure about that, but okay, let's do it. Perhaps I should skedaddle while I can. Did I use up all my movement points, or are those per turn? Probably should have paid attention to that one. Ah, right. I got another opportunity to come and mulch you. I don't want to lose all my sailors here, but it would be a shame to waste this. I want to canister shot the heck out of you. It shows an attack there, but I want to attack from here. Whoa, dodged? You didn't tell me dodging was a thing, gang. You're giving me what's for. Right, I'm gonna smash you like so. And see if I can't canister shot you too. Canister shot. Grape shot. And then maybe get away a bit. You're fairly maneuverable. I like how useful maneuverability is here. Means that if you face somebody that's not very maneuverable, you got some advantage there. Oh god, what's that? Greek fire. I got a lot of maneuvering that can be done, though, I reckon. Get over there and smash you with... Well, first off, you're getting the regular shots. And then I want to smash you. But I think I used up all my twisting and turning, didn't I? Yes, I can't get you there. That fire really got in my way. You, however, if you were to board here, what are the odds? 100%! That's what I like to hear. See, left click is move, but it's also rotate. Whatever, let's go for you. You're going down. Can you go down? Doesn't want to let me. Does not want to let me. Oh well, I'll do damage to you while I'm here. And there's nothing else I can do. Can't go for that board. Oh well, fair dues. He's gonna get the double broadside. Oh, yeah, still gonna get it. Righto. Could I board you here with... it's not successful enough. Let's give you the old grape. And then... Can't get close enough to you, but I can go over here. And let's try using one of our tactics. You're the closest to death. Nice. I could also use these to help out. Resets the possibilities of actions for a vessel so it can fire again or board another vessel. Oh, could do that with you, couldn't I? I like it. Which broadside have I already fired? Does it show? I don't know, and I can't remember. In any case, I'll just end turn. I'm confident this will go okay. Alright, your turn. This one's going to the fishies. Although, I could go here, smack you with one side and smack you with the other. I like the sound of that. Still graping you. And then I go over here for a shot that's probably less against the Geneva Convention. And then it's time for a beatdown. Time for a board down. So if they're in lockdown, I wonder if they can be attacked during the rest of the battle. Also wonder if I'm going to hear the Looney Tunes Biff Bath sound for a while. Okay, you gotta go. Now if I use that side, I want to use my other side. So I want to kind of turn around here, but hey, we have the ability to reload. Fire again or board. Oh no, that's just for the firing, isn't it? But if I add combat sails and the other thing, I can get over here and make you eat another one. Dodged! What is this magic? Alright, let's reload and smash you again. Okay, what's up with dodge? It didn't look like it was very well dodged. Okay. Aha! Alright, we're done. Yeah, there we go. All destroyed, we get the fame. We actually gained a ship, lost some sailors, gained some strength, gained some cannons. They, of course, lost everything. You've not been able to plunder any commodities. Your opponent had none on board. See, that felt a whole lot better than the naval battles in Patrician 4, which was,
Ahoy, landlubber.
pretty awful.
You're volunteering to come aboard? Usually we have to fill them with rum, drag them aboard, and ship them off before they sober up again.
Okay, I'm not having any of that, friend. Not having any of that. Bring me back to the main menu. Okay, so maybe that didn't go on for as long as you were expecting for this, but I did just want to get a first look and initial feel for the game. There will be a proper long campaign of this soon. I don't know exactly when, because the Nancy Drew Marathon is just a week away, and obviously I'm not going to interrupt that with Port Royale 4. And again, the game comes out on the 25th. New CK3 campaign. I don't know. I need to sort out my my timelines here. But the point is, game shows a lot of promise. Oh no, that's an awful way to phrase something. Sounds like you're looking down on it. It's scratching the itch that Patrician 4 scratched, and I haven't played Patrician 4 in quite some time. It'll be nice to sink my teeth into this. So we shall find some time to do exactly that, and yet somehow keep the schedule on track. Maybe. That's my problem to suss out. I'm heading out tonight, so there's not going to be an evening strategy stream. So I'll be back tomorrow with some multiplayer Death Road to Canada. Nobody's stepped up to want to join in on that, but if you have the time and want to, then by all means, we'll go to Canada together. So until our northern trip tomorrow, it's a cheers from me, and very much a cheerio.